Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So yes, we are indeed going to beat the Legendary Goku event. No items here. Now, I did already record this. This was a run that did take me quite a few attempts, right? Basically, here's the thing. So, the PEPPY Gal team is stupid now. It's just stupidly OP, and this is why. Ribrianne is just so insane. But the thing is that the Legendary Goku event functions differently than a lot of events or difficult events in the game, right? In this event, Goku, after he becomes Tech Super Saiyan God, is immune to having his attack lowered. So, like, right now, both Ribriannes are lowering Goku's attack by 30%. So Goku basically has no chance of hurting us at all, and it's basically going to go like this until he becomes Super Saiyan God, right? Once he gets there, he'll be able to do some pretty decent damage. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is that, like, I want to actually go through this event very, very slowly because, again, Ribrianne is stupidly OP. You know, she gives a support type buff, she lowers enemy attack, she has good attack and defense herself, but her leader skill is only a double 120% lead, which is definitely enough. And, like, you know, in Super Battle Road, I've no itemed it one try. Like, not the PEPPY Gal stage, which is the easiest stage in the game, or in Super Battle Road, but I did the Super Class stage. Right now, I would probably say I think the Super Class stage of Super Battle Road is the third hardest. I'd probably put Extreme as number 2 and Realm of Gods as number 1. So, you know, this team, I one-tried no item with that. Like, it was insane. But here, it's a little different because in Super Battle Road, you know, we can seal, we can stun, we can lower their attack. So we just kind of like smoothly just completely tank and seal all the way through Super Battle Road. Whereas here, you know, like sealing and stunning don't work at all, and then attack lowering only works to a certain point. So what happens is, even at Super Saiyan Blue level, Ribrianne is still only taking, like, I think she takes like 9,000 damage from a normal, which is nothing, right? Absolutely nothing. But once Goku goes UI, Ribrianne starts taking 40k from normal attacks. So the reason this took me several tries, I want to say maybe this took me like 10 to 15 tries, because it's just like RNG on where, like, UI Goku attacks. Like, do I have a turn where UI Goku attacks 5 times in every slot, and then, like, you know, Ribrianne just takes too much damage and we're done? Like, it's just basically a matter of that. And this is also, you know, it's very annoying to, you know, spend, what, 30 minutes to get to UI Goku, and then, like, he just blows Ribrianne away, like, and there's nothing I could do. Like, that, it's very frustrating. So, I've been doing attempts at this here and there, but, again, it's been driving me crazy. I've had a couple of runs that were just, like, so frustrating. And by the way, because I want to move through the event as slowly as possible, for most of it, I will be pushing the main LR Kale and Khalifa off rotation, right? So that, you know, because they will completely blow, like, every form of Goku away, like, up to Super Saiyan Blue. They'll basically blow them away in, like, one turn. So I'm trying to have them attack as little as possible. And, like, I don't even need them on rotation building up their defense. By the time we get to the UI Gokus, even though they've been pushed off rotation every single, like, turn, their defense is still going to be high enough to where they'll take double digits from super attacks. Like, I don't have to worry about building them up. The person I have to worry about building up is this Tech Khalifa right here. Now, you might be wondering, oh, well, you know, if in UI Goku is a problem and Ribrianne can already get you one-shotted, why would you bring Tech Khalifa? Well, here's the reason. Tech Khalifa, she stacks her attack and defense every super attack, and I actually gave her full additionals for this run, right? But I was planning, I didn't realize Ribrianne would get an awakening as quickly as she did, and I was, like, sort of planning to take this event down. I just wanted the SSR, Kale, and Khalifa, and then without Ribrianne. But, I mean, that would have, I definitely could have beaten it. I had no intention of going for a no-item run, but once I actually, like, hopped in here and tested it out a little bit, I realized that a no-item run, not only is it possible, it's, like, very doable just with a little bit of luck, right? So, see, this is a perfect example. So, like, you know, the SSR Kale and Khalifa and CR Kale and Khalifa, they got to get that defense built up. So, we're getting the LR out of there. these, like, I'm going to talk about them a little bit more in a second, but the SSR and the TUR don't really do damage because I only have them at 55%. That's the other thing. If I had, you know, the TUR and SSR, like, if they had even one dupe in them, like, this probably takes, like, 10 minutes. This goes, like, 10 minutes faster or something like that. But getting back to Tech Caulifla, right? So Tech Caulifla, she stacks her attack and defense every single turn. So by the time we get to Int UI Goku, Tech Caulifla doesn't take damage from normal attacks. So, like, we don't have to worry about her there. But if she gets supered, she doesn't get one shot, but we basically have, like, 20k HP left. I think Tech Caulifla, if she gets super attacked, I think she usually takes about 290k HP. I think it might happen in this run. I can't remember. I have lost a couple of runs from Tech Caulifla getting super attacked. But, like, usually I only lose because I'll have a turn where I have Tech Caulifla and an Int Ribrianne on rotation. Because, you know, as much as I would love to always push Ribrianne off rotation once I get to the UI Goku portion of the fight, it doesn't work that way. Because sometimes UI Goku will attack 7 times in the last slot, and I can't put Ribrianne there. I just can't. So, like, I lost a couple of times where I'd have a turn with, like, 2 Ribriannes on it, or I'd have a turn with, you know, Tech Caulifla and Ribrianne on it, and, like, you know, at that point, 2 of the 3 slots, if we get super attacked, it's GG. So, you know, it's very difficult because, like, it's like a race against time against UI Goku, right? Like, once we get SDR UI Goku's not an issue because all 3 Kale and Caulifla units are AGL, so they, like, obliterate him, right? But in UI Goku, it's a race against time. Like, to finish him off before he catches one of the Ribriannes exposed, basically. I did lose a run where UI Goku was 1 hit away from being beaten. I had Kale and Caulifla in the first turn. I don't know, maybe I'll put a clip of it at the end of the video or something, but Kale and Caulifla, they super attack and crit and hit him. The additional hits him. Then their third attack, they hit him but don't crit. 4th attack, they hit him but don't crit. Then they attack a 5th time, and UI Goku dodges, and that 5th hit would have finished him off. Then I had Tech Caulifla in slot 2. She super attacked but did not crit. And then in the last slot, I had Ribrianne. Ribrianne super attacked and did not crit. And I think UI Goku dodged it or something. And then UI Goku finished me off. That was, like, the most frustrating one so far. And again, like, that's like a 40-minute run. Like, it's just, the reason it's so annoying is because, like, to sit here for 40 minutes and then, like, lose because UI Goku dodges an attack at, like, minute 42, and then, like, the whole 40 minutes is wasted, it's, like, very frustrating. Like, I would have had this video out days ago, but I had several runs sort of end up like that. And more piggybacking on the point of Tech Caulifla, by the way, that's the reason that no matter what, Tech Caulifla will not get pushed off rotation even one time. I need her there to stack that defense every single time. Also, remember, until Int UI Goku, she does have a 100% chance to dodge. So, as long as she can dodge every single time, like, you know, we're not really at risk of taking a lot of damage until we basically get to Int UI Goku, right? Once we get to Int UI Goku, then he cancels out Caulifla's dodging and she can actually take damage. But all the way up to that, like, she just can't be hit. Like, she's just such a busted unit, right? Like, dodging against Pure Saiyan and Universal Survival Arc enemies, you know, she's going to be a very, very important piece when the new Super Battle World stages come out pretty soon, too. Like, depending upon the enemies, like, Caulifla might dominate, you know, the Universal Survival Arc stage. I would think almost assuredly the enemies will be Universal Survival Arc there. And then she'll probably also dominate, like, the Pure Saiyan stage as well. So, you know, Caulifla, she's going to be really important in a week or so here. Okay, so the reason I decided to bring, really, there's only other one unit I even considered. By the way, so, like, I intentionally want the weaker unit to get the Dokkan attack right here because we haven't taken damage, and I still want to move slower, right? The TUR, of course, is stronger than the SSR Kale and Caulifla, but, like, again, I kind of want to move as slow as possible. That, too, like, if I had dupes for these two, like you'll see, once we get to the final stage, like, you know, the SSR, they're doing, like, 70k damage per super. And then, like, the TUR, they do, like, 100k damage per super. So, like, if they actually had the ability to crit and stuff, like, that final stage would have just been so much quicker, so much easier. Because, like, really, once we get to Int UI Goku, only STR Kale and LR Kale and Caulifla can really even damage Goku. If Ribrianne gets a crit, she could do about 500k, but that's it. Like, so that's the main difficulty point right there, is UI Goku's just absolutely insane defensive factor, right? Just very, very rough. All right, so getting back to it, right? So I decided to go with Tech Caulifla because she'll make it to Int UI Goku and she's only going to be taking double-digit damage, but a super attack is pretty much fatal if Caulifla gets hit. But if you look at the roster of PEPPY Gal characters, like, I mean, it's pretty much got to be Tech Caulifla. The only one who I actually did try a couple of runs with Super Saiyan 2 Kefla instead of Tech Caulifla, but I actually was having trouble even making it to the UI Goku stages. I lost several times on Tech God Goku and Super Saiyan 3, or not Super Saiyan 3 Goku, but Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Those two rounds, I kept losing, so I was like, all right, that's enough. Like, Kefla takes a lot of damage if you don't get her a ton of orbs. Then, like, against the SCR UI Goku stage, like, if she gets caught, you're done. But then once you get to Int UI Goku, she'll still take, I think, like, 20 to 30k per normal attack. But, like, a super attack, I think, is only doing, like, 100k or something like that. So, you know, you're not going to get instantly one-shotted, like, you know, basically Ribrianne and sort of like Tech Caulifla does. I think Ribrianne actually is able to survive a super attack as well. I think she takes about 300k from a super attack. But, you know, usually, like, Goku is not going to attack once on Ribrianne, super her, and then it's like, oh, okay, she got supered, we're okay. Usually, you know, he attacks 4 times in, like, the last slot, and then one of them is a super attack for her, right? Like, that's usually how things go. There, I was just double-checking the defense, seeing how we were doing at this point. Really, it seems like around 400k defense, I believe, is around the point where UI Goku super attacks don't do damage. Once you get above, I think, 300k defense, at that point, super attacks aren't really that big of a risk. I think at that point, you start taking like 50k and below from super attacks. So, you know, by going through this event really slowly, we are going to ensure that, you know, SSR Kale and Caulifla, TUR Kale and Caulifla, they'll be up, and SCR Kale as well. They'll be able to get to that 300k defensive mark, like, sometime in the UI Goku fight, and pretty much be safe. But, like, a lot of the PEPPY Gal characters, they just don't work here because they're centered around lowering attack, sealing, things like of that nature, right? Like Launch. The big thing of Launch is that she's good for 5 turns and she lowers attack. Guess what? This is like a 50... No, this is like a 100-turn fight or something like that. So Launch is not going to be used. Oceanus. Again, Oceanus is really powerful if you can lower the enemy's attack and defense, and if they can be sealed or stunned, she's really good. But Goku can't be sealed or stunned, and then now at this point he can't have his attack lowered, so that kind of kills Oceanus. I mean, Tech Android 18 maybe would be a better option if the final phase was AGL, but since it's Int, you know, 18 is not really good. Darkness Toa. If Darkness Toa gave a buff to all allies instead of extreme class allies, Darkness Toa might have been an interesting option because she would give you that one-time full heal, but usually the way it works is like UI Goku, I'll have full health on a turn, and UI Goku will completely like take all of, like, my full health away. So, like, Toa's heal is not necessarily going to be that big of a deal. Like, if I was going to use items here, it's damage reduction items is what I would use. Like, I don't even need to use healing items with this team. One reason is the same type orbs. You know, because our defense is going to be as high as it is, we're going to be able to heal up most of our health just from getting those same type orbs, especially, you know, in the final phases of the fight. Like, you know, TUR Kale and Caulifla, SCR Kale, and especially LR Kale and Caulifla, you get a couple of, like, same type orbs for them, and it's over. It is absolutely over, so that's good. At some point, too, was it this rotation? Did I look away and it happened on this rotation? It might have been. But at some point, I believe I click orbs too fast, and Ribrianne is in the first slot, and then I just kind of, like, back out real quick and hop back in. Because, like, Ribrianne, like, in the first slot, I think it's against Blue Goku. We'll get to it when it gets there. But, like, I don't even cut away. Like, I just back out to reset the turn and then hop back in. Because, Having Ribrianne on rotation, that's not what we're looking for, really. Continue to look through the Peppy Gal units. I mean, the Time Traveler category support Mai, of course not. Bra would not work. I mean, if you could dodge against UI Goku, Bra would be okay. You know, she'd have a 60% chance to dodge. But, you know, she's not going to get the job done. Transforming Giant Ribrianne, I guess, could be an option. But, I mean, she's not better than Kefla. So, you know, if I'm not using Kefla, I'm not going to use that Ribrianne. And then the rest of it, there's just, like, really no point in even talking about the rest of the Peppy Gal units, right? Like, you know, like, AGL Khalifa would be good, but she couldn't dodge in the last phase. You know, Tech Android 18, the waifu Peppy Gal one, she would be good, but UI Goku cancels dodges. So, like, there's not even... In terms of going for a no-item run, you're very, very limited of what you could do. I was actually surprised that this team was able to do it. Now, I know, you know, of course, like, getting this run no-itemed is completely centered around the best unit in the game, Kale and Khalifa, right here, right? Like, if we were not able to use their LR, their SSR, their TUR, we wouldn't be able to no-item this. It's just a function of how OP they are, right? Because there's a lot of teams that are super strong, but you're not going to be able to no-item run it. You know, like Pure Saiyans. Pure Saiyans is fantastic, but I don't know if you could do a no-item run with Pure Saiyans. I mean, well... I mean, you could just fill it up, I guess, with all the Kale and Khalifa units still, though. Actually, yeah, you could, probably, huh? Because it basically would be this exact same team, except instead of Ribrianne, you'd have Transforming Vegeta. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, we could do a no-item run with the Pure Saiyan team. I don't know that I'm gonna, like, go through and, like, no-item with, like, a lot of different, you know, category teams. I don't think that's really that important, right? Because, like, again, if I did it with the Pure Saiyan team, it would be this exact team, except we'd have Transforming Vegeta instead of Ribrianne. So the team would be a lot stronger. And, you know, once we got to Int UI Goku, there wouldn't really be any risk of dying, because Transforming Vegeta, he takes double digits. Especially if you get all of his super attacks up to his blue level, he'll take double digits from Int UI Goku, and then a super attack is not going to be fatal on Transforming Vegeta. And because Vegeta has a real leader skill, we're going to have a lot more than 320,000 HP as well. So that would be very good. But, I mean, yeah, here we go, guys. Like, this is just... Oh, this might be it. Where I'm just clicking really fast and I accidentally click orbs for Ribrianne. No, okay. I'm pretty sure that does happen at some point. But, like, this is it. We're just, you know... We're just kind of trucking along against all these forms of Goku. We're not even halfway through. This is why I was being driven insane by this run, man. Like, to spend all this time and then Goku just... And, like, so here's the thing. So many times, Goku is such a troll, right? Like, he'll attack... I've had this happen a number of times where he'll attack maybe 5 times in the first slot, he'll attack 5 times in the last slot, and then he'll attack, like, once in the second slot. So, oh, boom. Ribrianne, second slot, we're good. And then Goku's super attack is that one attack in the second slot. So when he does that, there's actually... he completely locks me in, and I have no chance of even winning the turn, because... You know, if I put Ribrianne in slot 1, we would die because she takes so much damage from there. If I put her in slot 3, we die because she takes so much damage from there. And if I put her in slot 2, we die because he's super attacking right there. So it's literally like, we got no chance. Now, coming up pretty soon, I am going to swap LR, Kale, and Khalifa back on rotation because, of course, I'm going to want them around once we get to STR UI Goku, right? That'll be important because, you know, they... Like, with a good turn, if they get 4 super attacks off on him, you know, maybe 3 crits, he doesn't dodge or anything like that, they can knock off 4 or 5 of his health bars, STR UI Goku, in one turn. So they are exceptionally important once we get there. And, you know, typically about this point, we're really good defensively. I think even STR Kale, like she can get hit reasonably hard by a super attack. I think she might take, like, 150k or less here. But... we're already at the point where we're not really in too much risk. And again, Ribrianne at this point, she actually only does take like 9,000 per normal attack. So she's actually not really too much in danger either, right? Like when I'm going through, I'm still fearful and like protective of her, but like then as it turns out, like she's actually like completely fine. Like she's able to sort of hold up against the attacks from Blue Goku, and then it's like, obviously, Blue Goku, his attack jumps way up from when he goes blue to when he goes to STR UI. I feel like I found that the difference between STR UI Goku and Int UI Goku isn't that much, but it is pretty big between, like, Blue Goku and STR UI, right? That's why, like, yeah, so see, here's why I did that. I'm just hammering the button, and I accidentally have Ribrianne right there. We would not have died, but I was just like, let me not even. Let me just hop right back in, you know, because that'll reset the turn, because there used to be a thing in Dokkan. If you're a new player of Dokkan, it used to be this way in Dokkan, where, like, you would start out the turn, and, like, you know, let's say you get super attacked in, like, slot 1, and your good defensive units in slot 2. You could reset the app, and it would bring you all the way back to the start of turn. Now they updated it, so as soon as you finish clicking your orbs for the turn with all 3 of your units, it locks you in. So, like, let's say you get super attacked in the third slot, and you know your good defensive units in the first slot, and you want to switch that around, you no longer you're not able to do that. But if you make a mistake, you know, selecting orbs, you still can reset it. And, you know, that's just what we did right there, because that was just me, like, you know, because at this point, again, it's a 40-minute run, so like I'm watching Demon Slayer and anime and stuff, so like every once in a while, I do kind of like make like little just mistakes just like that, right? So, all right, while we're kind of going through here, like, I do want to put commentary on this whole run, right? Like, I don't want to, like, maybe trim down, like, you know, this little bit and then kind of, like, sort of, like, speed it up or fast forward or anything. I just want to, you know, put commentary on the whole thing. So, I mean, we're pretty much going to have to talk about something besides the Peppy Gals versus Legendary Goku fight, right? Because oh, yeah, look at that. Ribrianne's only taken 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. Like, that's easily survivable. Like that's not a risk at all. One thing that is a shame is looks like we're going to get a Dokkan attack before we get to SCR UI Goku. Obviously, preferably, we would start out against SCR UI Goku and get a Dokkan attack, but as I've been going through, most of the time I've been aiming to get a Dokkan attack. Like I'm trying to get the same type orbs like pretty much every single turn, even if we don't need to heal, because I do want to be able to get as many Dokkan attacks as possible in this run. And we do actually get another Dokkan attack after this one. I think we get one like right around near where UI Goku is about to be finished off. We get a Dokkan attack. So like it's just very important to be getting as many of the same type orbs as possible. Like in so many of these runs like that's such a game changer. That's why when I go in the hidden potential system, there's also that one node. It's like the Goku's head, which increases your healing from orbs. Like, I always highly recommend that people get that. Like, I get that one for every single unit, because the healing from orbs, it's just such an important factor. And I can't, what is the other option? It's either the Goku head, I think, or extra defense against when you have type advantage. I mean, I guess I could just pull it up and look at a unit real quick, but I always recommend going for that Goku head, because you're just, again, going to get a lot more value out of that one. Yeah, it looks like it's, yeah, the Goku head or defense against a unit you already have type advantage against. Like, I don't think that ability is not really too good. That's where, like, Goku kind of has his arms, like, guarded, right, crossed. It just increases your defense against type advantage. So it's not really that great of an ability. Like, it's not really that needed or anything, right? Okay, so I guess we have the 300 million download celebration, like, on the horizon, right? Like, I basically did this, like, right before we got updates and stuff like that for the 300 million download celebration. But, like, you know, the ticket banner's coming pretty soon. No word yet on exactly when it's going to drop. I mean, for the 3rd year anniversary, we actually did get the ticket banner, if you guys remember, before the 3-year anniversary actually started, right? So I do actually think that there is a decent chance that we could get the 300 million download ticket banner before the official start of the celebration, which would be on the, I think the celebration starts on the 27th of August. Because I really like what they did, how they kind of, like, really molded it after, like, you know, the Cell game, like Cell doing the Cell games and all that. Like, even on, like, the Dokkan live stream, right? Like, they had Cell announcing, like, the start of the Cell games. And then even if we looked at the Dokkan official, like, global Facebook page, they actually put like a video of Cell announcing the Cell games as well over there. So I thought that was actually very well done. And then, they give us like the 10-day notice. I actually think the way, like, if Dokkan is just going to continue to do this for like big celebrations like that, it's just a huge W for Dokkan. Like, I love that, because the last Dokkan live stream was really good. That was for part 2 of the JP 4-year anniversary. They kind of went over like the LR Super Saiyan 4s who had released. I believe they showed us, some stuff from Oob and LR Goku Trunks and Pan, as well as LR Super Baby 2 kind of revealed that they were coming, right? And then, that kind of like led into all the anniversary stuff. And then like the best part of that live stream for sure was the singer for the Dragon Ball GT opening kind of did like a live rendition of that, and that was just pure flames. It was so good. They did do that for this live stream as well, for the first DBZ ending, but I definitely felt like people weren't as hyped. I mean, one reason is just because that first GT opening song I think is a lot better than the first Dragon Ball Z ending theme. But like me, when I watched like Dragon Ball Z for like the past 15 years, like there was a while where I was just playing it on repeat without really even like watching other anime. It's just like, all right, well, finish Dragon Ball Z again, or Dragon Ball GT. I'll start back from Dragon Ball and go all the way through again. Like I just did that like 5 years in a row, just like so like that's why like a lot of the stuff like super attacks and poses and stuff I can instantly recognize. Although I was disappointed with myself that I didn't recognize where the LR Kid Goku and Bulma art is from. But I mean, to be fair, I guess it is from a different angle, right, than if they have it in the Dragon Ball ending. Okay, by the way, so Kale, right? Now we're at a portion where Kale is going to start hitting super hard. How much will she take right here? Yeah, 37k. So we're in no danger yet on STR UI Goku. But Kale, when she gets crits, she's doing big time damage numbers, and it's going to carry over like this against Int UI Goku as well. Like she'll be able to do very good damage numbers. So I kind of want to keep the momentum up, so to say, as much as possible. Like get Kale all the super attacks that we can. At a certain point too, okay, so this worked out perfectly, right? Like Ribrian got attacked a number of times, but then it's like, okay, well, Kale and Khalifa will just go ahead and fix all that, Now that we're against SCR UI Goku, no longer do I need to keep floating Kale and Khalifa off, because now we got to just start doing damage and finish this off. So that's why I'm going to leave TUR Kale and Khalifa with the LR, because of course they have the exact same link set, except the LR has legendary power, right? And TUR Kale and Khalifa don't have legendary power. That's the only difference in their link set. So by having them linked together, we'll maximize Kale and Khalifa's damage. And as you guys can see, like, their 12 key super attack is doing like right around 1 million damage without a crit. So like we can really just destroy look at this, just destroying him. This is why like this phase, in a lot of these runs that I've done, like seriously, a lot of runs with a lot of different category teams, I've had more difficulty with SCR UI Goku than I have with Int UI Goku, right? Because like, you're smart to load up on physical type units. And then, but it just leads into a situation where SCR UI Goku becomes really difficult, and if you make it past him, you can kind of just like sail smoothly throughout the remainder of the Int UI Goku fight, right? But here, with just how dominant LR Kale and Khalifa is, we easily get through the SCR phase. Now, I guess I do want to point one thing out too. So, we have this LR Gohan and Cell coming. Like, it's confirmed that they are the 300 million download celebration units coming. I do think there is actually a chance that one or both of them could become better than Kale and Khalifa. Now, at the same time, like, you guys have to understand, like, people, even now, people, like, do think, like, like, I meme really hard with Kale and Khalifa, which I do, but, like, they are actually the best unit in the game. And, like, I don't even think that's really debatable. Like, there's a lot of people that say Gohan and Goten are better, and, like, unfortunately, I do think that's just wrong. Like, I don't, like, someone will say, oh, in my opinion, Gohan or Goten are better, but, like, I like, that's not real, that's not an opinion, it's a statement. Like, I don't think Gohan and Goten, they don't compare to Kale and Khalifa. Now, I will say, I do think Gohan and Goten are like definitively the second best unit in the game. They are very impressive. I've seen some people try and downplay Gohan and Goten, and and honestly, I don't see it. Like, after using them as much as I have in EZAs, Super Battle Road, Dokkan events everywhere, Gohan and Goten, they are exceptionally powerful, right? So, like, nothing against them, but, like, Kale and Khalifa, like, there's a reason, like, you guys might always see Kawhi on Twitter saying, like, they're the worst unit in the game. It's because Gohan and Goten, I would say they're really strong, really OP, one of the best units in the game, but they're not, like, unbalanced, right? Whereas Kale and Khalifa, they're not a balanced game. They were not balanced correctly for the meta that Dokkan is in. They're too good. So you look at how the fact that they're basically the best defensive unit in the game, and they're a top 3 offensive unit in the game. So you combine those two things together, and very quickly. Also, okay, so right here, I decide this is a gamble, but I was like, all right, I'm gonna go for it, because I could have put Ribrianne in a slot 2 where she would not be at any risk. There we go, boom, so we're good. But if Ribrianne got supered at the end, we would be in real trouble next turn. Again, Ribrianne would not get one-shotted from a super attack from UI Goku, but it would put us in real danger on the next turn. So I had to be careful there. All right, 3.57 million, very good considering we are on a 120% support team and they have like 4 super attacks coming left, right? So like, but here's the thing, even them, look at that, like without a crit, they're still only taking half of a life bar off of UI Goku. So we need crits from them. And even more so, UI Goku can't be, especially against LR Kale and Khalifa, we can't have him dodge. It's okay if he dodges every other attack except for like LR Kale and Khalifa and STR Kale. Those 2 units' attacks have got to connect. Because I've had a couple of runs where UI Goku would dodge like 7 attacks in a row, and especially against LR Kale and Khalifa, and it's just like that's it. Like UI Goku will just like catch Ribrianne one of these turns, and it's over. But getting back to Kale and Khalifa, so it would just be super hard for, I think, Gohan and Cell to be better than Kale and Khalifa, just with how like dumb Kale and Khalifa are. Like, I know one thing a lot of people will say with them is that, like, in order for them to be really powerful, you want to have a lot of pure Saiyans on the team. What is it? It's Universe 6, Pure Saiyan, and join forces, right? I think I'm going to quickly double check that, but they get attack based upon those 3 types of units on the team. But, like, even if, like, they can't do any damage at all, it's Universe 6, Joint Forces, and Pure Saiyan, yeah. So even if they, like, can't do any damage at all, they're still, like, the best defensive unit in the game. So, like, that's the thing. Like, Gohan and Cell, like, if Gohan was, like, attack and defense 150%, he gets an extra key per orb, and he reduces damage by 50%, right? And then, like, would that be enough? Maybe that would be close. And then maybe like if he like stacked attack and defense on his 18 key super attack or something like that, at that point I do think Super Saiyan 2 Gohan would probably maybe have a case, because 150% attack and defense for a unit that's probably going to have 20k attack, probably going to have 12k defense, somewhere around there presumably. And then you give him 150% to both of those. You give him an extra key per orb, so he can easily 18 key super attack. Then he has damage reduction, but then he also has insane defense. Like, that build I just described, that would definitely rival Kale and Khalifa. I feel like I could maybe consider that unit better than them, depending upon how it played out, because that mechanic is super busted. Getting an extra key per orb, right? Another mechanic I think that, like, if Gohan or Cell had, that could really put them on Kale and Khalifa's level is, one reason both Kale and Khalifa and Gohan and Goten, I've got them number 1 and 2, is because, Kale and Khalifa, they have great links, right? They've got Tournament of Power, Prepare for Battle, like Super Saiyan, Fierce Battle, like, that's the thing, like, they're a unit without weakness. Whereas Gohan and Goten, they do have a weakness. They're links. Like, I don't care what anyone says, the fact that they only get Golden Warrior as a key link is a weakness for that card. But both Kale and Khalifa and Gohan and Goten, they do get key every single time they attack. I think Gohan and Goten go up to 5, and Kale and Caulifla go up to 6 ki, I believe, an extra ki that they get. But that is actually a really big deal. I've found that that's a very strong mechanic, especially with these two types of units, because both of them are units that have built-in additionals, right? Like, you know, Kale and Caulifla, at bare minimum, they'll do 2 attacks, right? And then same with Gohan and Goten. Absolute bare minimum, Gohan and Goten will do 2 attacks. So with that, you have these 2 units that, you know, for something like Super Battle Road, maybe they're not quite as good because, you know, the Super Battle Road fights are usually so fast that you're not going to have a lot of turns to build up their ki. But in a lot of other events, you know, Legendary Goku events, I think EZA probably is one. Well, maybe not. We'll see. But, well, yeah, I don't know. I guess in that Broly EZA, as I have gotten, like, you know, past, like, stage 400 and stuff, like, their ability to build up ki has definitely been a huge factor in, like, helping me get that far. So I would say it's very strong for EZA. It's really, Super Battle Road is one place where I've found that it doesn't help out that much, right? Because it's just such a short, difficult burst of a fight. But everywhere else, it's just a very impressive mechanic. And, you know, 2 turns, 3 turns in, Gohan and Goten, they're not going to struggle having super attacks, right? But, you know, that is provided you've built the team around them. So we're still going, by the way. You know, we had a little bit of danger there. We lost a lot of health. But, you know, still at this point, it's like as long as Ribrianne doesn't get super attacked, like, we're fine. Bam. Kale and Caulifla SSR gets super attacked. We're still good. The other thing, too, so when talking about LR, Gohan, and Cell, right? So Gohan's transformation is an active skill. That does worry me, by the way. That's the thing. Like, in order for Gohan and Cell to be better than Kale and Caulifla, they need to have, like, transform on the 3rd turn, transform on the 4th turn, something like that. Because otherwise, like, they're probably not gonna be as good, right? Like, if Gohan has any sort of restriction for his transformation, that definitely will hurt him. Let's say he has to have a pure Saiyan on the team, or he has to have an android. No, they wouldn't do that. Like, I'm just thinking how Piccolo has to have another Namekian category ally on the team. If they made you have to have an android on the team for Go, that, like, kills his, like, because, like, that would kill the idea of him as a Super Saiyan 2 and Hybrid Saiyan category leader as well. But, like, that would be tough. And the reason I say that is because, like, remember, Gohan transforms because of Android 16 getting hit. Quite honestly, I just hope they give Gohan, just let him transform after 3 turns. Like, you know, Super Saiyan 1 Gohan is cool, but, like, we want to see Super Saiyan 2 Gohan in every fight, right? Like, we don't, we want that Gohan in every fight. So I hope they give him a very, very reasonable transformation. All right, now here's one of those deadly turns, by the way. So I think, okay, if UI Goku supered Caulifla, that's, like, right around how much damage she would take. So this is a very, very dangerous turn. But I talked about Gohan. Now, Cell, it seemed, oh, that's bad. You know, UI Goku dodging them, we don't want that. And we don't want them dodging another attack by them. But Cell, like, so Gohan, like, he'll have 1 transformation, his active skill, bam, right? Cell appears to be, like, a traditional transformation unit, and then he also has an active skill once he's transformed. So I think Cell, even more so than Gohan, could probably be a unit similar to what Zamasu and Trunks are, right? The Dragon Ball Super Trunks. So, like, Cell could be, on the 3rd turn, he'll transform into his perfect form. Then on the turn afterwards, you could use his active skill, which is an ultimate attack, right? Now, that's where I think Cell has a real possibility of being the best unit in the game. Because I've found that the best active skills are those, just a free attack, right? Like what the LR Super Saiyan 4s have. I still think the LR Super Saiyan 4s have the best active skills. Because, you know, 4 turns, you'll see them pretty much every fight. You know, Gohan and Goten is too restricted. Gotta be 3 turns or later. Gotta be 1 enemy. Gotta be under 59% HP. Dokkan Fest Kid Goku has a good one. Just being under 59% HP is not too bad. But, like, the guaranteed crit is from his passive. That's not really part of his active skill, right? I found that Rage Goku's active skill honestly kind of sucks. Like, just the one-turn giant transformation does, like, nothing for you. Like, and that's something you're only really going to see in the Legendary Goku event, and it's, like, trash in the Legendary Goku event. So, you know, when you consider Super Saiyan Goku, don't really even worry about his active skill, because it's fodder level. It's not that impressive, really. Because if it lasted 2 turns, I think it would be a lot better. But it's only a 1 turn. He barely does damage. Like, if he doesn't crit, you're doing no damage on that turn to a lot of enemies. So, that's unfortunate. But, like, that leads us to the fact that one reason the LR Super Saiyan 4s are so insane is because they have that free active skill. That's just, like, so OP. It does so much damage. Just like a free cheap shot. So Cell is going to have one of those. And if there's not like a million restrictions on it, look at that. Kale had a 1.5 million attack set on a normal right there. Very good. But if Cell doesn't have a ton of restrictions, man, he's going to be good. He's going to be real good. And like, I think his team is probably going to be really solid as well. I've been saying this a lot lately, but the Artificial Lifeform team is very powerful. It has a lot of really good units on it. So, you know, Cell could have a disgusting team, and he has the potential to be the best unit in the game. But, oh, also, and let me finish on this last point, too. I do think Full Power is probably going to become the best category in the game after this update, because I think both Gohan and Cell are going to be on it, and then Gohan and Goten and Kale and Khalifa are already on Full Power. So it's probably going to have the 4 best units in the game on one category. This is also really scary, by the way, looking at this. So, I mean, we do have the guaranteed hit. They're going to get a guaranteed hit with their Dokkan attack. But, like, there's a chance where they hit him with the Dokkan attack. I don't think that would finish Goku off. And then he dodges every single attack for the rest of the turn, and then, like, supers Ribrianne at the end, and we die. Like, I was full of fear at this exact moment. That's why I messed that up, because I was like, you had better not. This would have been my second loss with UI Goku down to his last health bar. No item run. And then he just, like, cheap shots me at the end here. I would have been real mad. But we didn't end up having that happen, thank goodness. I think Kale and Khalifa, they just get, like, a second attack in and finish him off right here. But, jeez, this was definitely quite a run. The PEPPY Gal team is very impressive. Again, even though Ribrianne was our biggest weakness here, her leader skill and the way she's built did really help this to happen. So, we're done. PEPPY Gal, no item run on the Legendary Goku event. This does end the PEPPY Gal's World Tour that I've been running for the past little while. We went in the Battlefield, Super Battle Road here. We really dominated everywhere with this PEPPY Gal's team. Like, they did really good with them. That's about all I can say. I'm very impressed by that, and I definitely look forward to if they're going to get an even better leader skill later on. So, thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch you next time.